It's windy. It's kind of, well, cloudy out. The walk back is going to take a while, so let's chill out here. Let's talk. I've come to terms to realize that, well, life has been different. And to be clear, I can't say it's been perfect, but I kind of want to tell you a story. A very simple story. And, well, the story goes as such. There once was a young child who lived in a small town far from where they were now, to be exact, full of people in a home. A home pleasantly nice. There was food on the table, clothes on their backs, a roof over their head, the bare minimum given by law, as it's supposed to be. But what was not in this home was something far more vulnerable, delicate. There was no emotional guidance. There was no true care and love and passion put into what mattered. You see now, the story's simple. The story is about myself. My parents, I truly believe they never really loved me. My mother, my father, even those who consider themselves my step-parents. I knew that none of them cared. And it's unfortunate. Sometimes to this day, I believe they don't even care about my siblings, the other kids, the other ones, who are now adults. The sad part is, well, the saddest part is a deep gut feeling tells me that my parents, mainly my mother, has forgotten about my existence, and my father, however, still might not be able to comprehend what he has done wrong in placement of my mom, which is what has caused me to lose every bit of respect and love for him, for both of them. You see, that is one of my first stories. It's very simple. A home without the care for mental health is no home. To care for physical health, it's still no home. Parents, it is the bare minimum to do what you have to do to not go to jail for not caring for your kids. Food on the table, clothes on the back, a roof over the head, water to drink, water to shower, water to pee and poop in. That's the bare minimum. And you see, well, apparently that was just all that there was. All because I just wanted to be seen. I am considered ungrateful. All because I was different, I'm considered a liar. all because I didn't believe I'm considered a sinner of something way worse. My parents, they're disappointed in me. And frankly, I don't give a damn. I am far not impressed with them either. If you weren't ready to have kids, why did you have them? Many questions like that always pop in my head. I always wanted to ask my mom, if you didn't want me or my siblings, why have us? You and our father were way too young to begin with, anyways, to even have us. And yet, I feel like now we're being blamed, punished for just existing. Of course, my existence is the worst, and that's not even my fault. I didn't ask to be here. But to get to the point, if you are out there as a viewer, as someone who, far in another distant land, is listening to my story with the audience, and you believe, as someone who might be a parent, whether if you've been a parent for years or have been a new parent of recent, if you believe that a home is only meant to be materialistic things, I feel sorry for your children. I pity them even. People who don't respect their kids, but respect their friends, I do not trust. If sexual assault and assault is considered bad against adults and elderly, why is it allowed towards children? Why do people forget that kids themselves, are also human beings? That is the sad part about it, that people tend to just not realize, or maybe people don't forget, maybe people know. At the end of the day, yes, kids are exactly what they say they are. And what they are to us, we should see them as humans, not as little pets, as little, I don't know, catch them all. No. We should see them as people and treat them as such. I'm different. I know I am. I've always been. That should not mean that I am worth less than any other human being. So, as I was telling you, my parents, they didn't believe that I had any problems. At first, before my diagnosis of depression and anxiety, they didn't believe that I had much of anything. I was told I cannot be depressed. Depression isn't real. Doesn't make it any better that it's added to my skin. Of course, those who understand and have, comprehension skills, someone who's not illiterate, will understand what I'm speaking of and what I'm talking about. Or the possibilities of someone else who's probably also neurodivergent and maybe autistic will also understand what I'm talking about. Yes, it took me so many years to finally get diagnosed with everything I actually have. Not just social anxiety and not just depression. In fact, I have more than just those two, and those two diagnoses weren't even correct. Maybe the social anxiety, but not the depression. I have chronic depression. There's a difference. I won't say now of all the stuff I have, but maybe next time, when we meet at a different spot, then maybe I might tell you that part of the story. But for now, this part of my story ends here. I'll eventually open up more, and I have many stories to tell, especially with my CPTSD, PTSD, and just trauma in general. But I hope one day someone can understand where I'm coming from. I know it's not easy to understand right now, but it's probably hard to understand me in general with this windy day. So, see you on the flip side, I guess.